Hey folks, Chris here with the Crabapple Cottage doing one more Dollar Tree prepper haul. I've been doing a number of these lately, mostly because we're kind of in that season where there's not a whole lot to do outside in the garden or foraging, that sort of thing. So I've been kind of occupying myself with going through my prepper haul, my prepper pantry, my other supplies, seeing what I have, what I need, that sort of thing. Plus, as you know, Dollar Tree prices are going up. They have gone up in many places around the country. Interestingly, when I was in Dollar Tree yesterday to pick up this haul, I asked when their store was going to go to $1.25, and they said it wasn't going to be until February 7th. So I know some of you are probably jealous because, like I said, all over the country, Dollar Tree has already gone up to $1.25, but here near me, February 7th, so I was able to get in another haul. Might try to get another one in. We'll see. But it depends on how much money I have, obviously expendable income, where my holes are in my preps. I'm getting pretty good. I'm filling up a lot of the holes in my preps, so I really shouldn't need to go get a lot of these basics for a while. So probably next I'll switch gears. I'm going to try to do some tapping of black walnut trees for syrup and also planting my garden. So those are kind of my upcoming projects, but I did want to kind of fill in those holes in my prepper pantry right now while things are still $1. So here's what I got. I got another one of these plastic buckets. I have at least a half a dozen of those. I had one that did break on me, so I wanted to get some more. I use those for cleaning. I use those for carrying items. I use them for foraging. I'll forage acorns in them or mushrooms. Nice lightweight. Just really great. I'll go to the garden, put tomatoes in them, berries, whatever, that sort of thing. So I love to have those on hand for $1, pretty good price. I got 2 rolls of paper towels. We go through a lot of paper towels in my house with pets that have accidents. So pick those up. Now this Lysol here did not come from the Dollar Tree. That came from Rural King. It was $2.99 for a quart. But I put it on here because I wanted to show you these. I've seen these in other Dollar Tree hauls, and I kind of overlooked them because the bottles are small, and I thought, oh, it's not very much cleaner, right? Well, then somebody pointed out in another haul that these are actually concentrate, and then each bottle makes 5 gallons of disinfecting Lysol cleaner. So if you do the math, that big bottle, which is basically the same thing, I looked at the chemical ingredients and it's pretty much the same thing. The big bottle makes, or is 1 quart for $2.99. The small bottles make 5 gallons for $1. So you can get 20 of those spray bottles out of one of the small bottles, which is amazing. They take up a whole lot less space, and you can also use them in various strengths, whereas the spray bottle, you have pretty much one option. With those, you can use them in various strengths depending on your needs. So those are a great stock-up item. I've got, I don't even know how many gallons that is, 20 gallons times, what have I got there, 6, 7, 8. So I have, what is that, 160 gallons of disinfecting cleaner that I have for $8. So that's an amazing deal. I will not need to buy disinfecting cleaner for the rest of my life, I don't think. All right, other clean stuff. I did pick up a couple more of these magic erasers. I talk about those in another video. They're great. They're not really a prepper item, but I use them all over the house, so I did grab some. A couple of Scotch-Brite sponges. We wash our dishes by hand. We don't have a dishwasher, so it's always good to have some more sponges. We use them until we can no longer use them, and they're disgusting. We do try to disinfect them with vinegar in the microwave, but at some point you got to pitch it, so we always pick up a few of those. Some non-cleaning stuff. I did pick up these Silicone Hot Pad things. I think I said in another video, I'm going to try to learn to cook with cast iron. I got a small pan from a thrift store a few weeks ago, and I also got a, what's it called? Dutch oven for Christmas. So I do want to try to cook with cast iron, but what I realized is that, they don't have the handles like you do on your regular aluminum pans or whatever. So I did pick up these to work with my cast iron, so we'll see if those work. $1 each, one for each hand or whatnot. Did pick up some more zip ties. This size is a newer size. I showed this in another video. You get 100 zip ties in here. You have some 4 inchers and some almost 6 inchers, 5.9. I picked up a 60 piece of the 8-inch, and then a 25 piece of the 11-inch. I use these in the garden as well as in different applications. I carry a few zip ties in my purse and all of my bags, that sort of thing. So, did pick up another roll of rope. Can't have too much rope. That's kind of my thought on that. Wire. These are in the floral department. I got black and silver. The other ones were like purple and not really my thing. But good to have wire for small repairs, for making snares, for just all sorts of purposes. So, you know, for $1, little roll of wire, pick those up. I did pick up this flashlight, and I'll open it up here. It says tactical telescoping flashlight. I don't know how tactical this flashlight is, but I'm going to open it up in a bit. Maybe I'll put it in the end of this video and see what we got. I also picked up one of these door alarms. Now, I've seen these in other videos. People have suggested that you put them on your doors and windows and that they work pretty well, so that if the door or window is open, the alarm goes off and you know somebody is there. I just picked one up. I think I'm going to put it on my cellar door because that's kind of one of those areas where I'm a little nervous about, so I think I'm going to try that out. I did pick up another pair of safety glasses, just a simple pair of glasses that are good for when you're like weed whacking or doing something like that, chopping wood, where you need a little bit of eye protection. Another video was talking about safety, you know, if the grid goes down sort of situation. If you don't have access to medical, or if you're in a situation where medical is overwhelmed, you really don't want to have to go to the emergency room for some sort of an eye injury or something like that. So always wear your gloves, wear your goggles, that sort of thing. Couple box of tissues. If I get the Rona, gonna need the tissues. Shelf stable milk. This stuff is so great. I've looked it up online and you cannot get it anyplace else as cheap as you can get it at the Dollar Tree. We typically get the 1%. That's all they had in the store, the 1%. I did pick up some whole milk because I saw some videos about how you could use it to make butter or cheese. I don't know they had mixed results, but I might fiddle with it as a project or use it for coffee creamer. So I thought I would get a couple of, or 3 of the whole milk just to see what the fuss was about. They did have these Premier protein shakes. These were available, I don't know, like 2 years ago. People were picking them up at the Dollar Tree, and I haven't seen them since then. But I actually have had bariatric surgery, and so I need to keep my protein levels up. I usually have a Premier protein shake every morning. Okay, here comes my cat. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. My cat, I tried to put her in the cellar while I was doing this because she likes to explore down there, and also she stays out of my hair, but she must not have wanted to go down. Okay, so anyways, I was saying Premier protein shakes. I drink one every morning. They're really great. They usually come in a 4-pack for almost $8, so they're $2 a piece when you buy them at Walmart or something like that. They're pretty expensive. So these were $1 each, which is a fabulous deal for these. These basically taste like apple cinnamon oatmeal. They're a nice little breakfast. Those are vanilla. Not my favorite, but I grabbed them anyways. You can use them as coffee creamer. But even if you haven't had bariatric surgery like me, or you're on keto or something like that, having a protein shake is a really great way to get protein in. They're shelf stable. They taste okay, warm, definitely better cold, but still a really great thing for your preps. So I will probably not use them for preps. I will just drink them, but they are also a good thing for preps. I did pick up more salt. These were 2 for $1, so 50 cents per can. So I think that's about what you can find them at other stores. You know, salt is one of those things that I can't really get from natural sources. I live in Ohio. I'm not aware of any salt licks near me, obviously not close to an ocean. I think the nearest salt mine is quite a distance away. So salt is one of those things that I'm a little bit worried about because you need it for so many things. Obviously, you need to have salt and iodine in your diet. You use non-iodized salt for canning purposes and pickling purposes. I use it like my sauerkraut, and you can use it to preserve meat, that sort of thing. So I've been kind of nervous about salt lately. I've been picking up as much salt as I can get for that reason. Did pick up a can of yams. I generally stay away from the canned vegetables at the Dollar Tree because they're $1 a can, and you can actually get them way cheaper at Walmart if you go for like the Great Value brand. But I actually needed some more yams, so I picked those up as well. Let's see here, some other items I picked up. I'll go back over there in a minute, but I did pick up what I call emergency chocolate. These will get put down in our emergency snack bin in the cellar. And these are really great for when you need an emergency chocolate, but also when you're down in the cellar for tornado warnings, which we get several of those every year living here in Ohio. It's good to have a little treat to kind of, lighten the moment while you're down there. So I picked those up. I've heard people say that in apocalypse, stuff like this is an amazing thing to have, such a special treat. Not that we're going to have an apocalypse, but I think there's an everyday purpose for emergency chocolate, so I did pick up some. Another collapsible dog bowl. These are really fabulous. I have these in all of my bags. I also needed one for my hiking bag. So I picked those up. You could also probably use them as a human in your bags, but I will use this one for my dog, so super great. We'll go over the seeds in a minute. I did pick up this bag of rice. Tasty Bite is a pretty good brand, and the nice thing about this is that it's already cooked, so you don't need to use water. You're just supposed to put it in your microwave. I suppose that you could probably put it in a pan and warm it up that way. I will just eat it and see how it tastes, but it's nice to have rice that you don't have to use water. It doesn't have a particularly long shelf life, but we're going to give it a shot. Did pick up a couple packs of these Knorr pasta sides. These are great. They're just add water, so you don't need butter, you don't need cheese, you don't need milk. You can throw a can of chicken into a skillet, maybe a can of peas. That's probably how I would do it to make a skillet meal. Mix this up with water. Boom, there you go, full meal. I did pick up some mangoes, dried mangoes. My son likes these, but dried fruit and nuts are always good to have in your preps. They give you quick energy. They're great for packing on the go. They're lightweight, that sort of thing. Okay, we'll go back to seeds. So I pretty much cleared them out of the Heirloom Seeds. Somebody pointed out in another video that this year Dollar Tree had Heirloom Seeds. And I had picked up some seeds at another Dollar Tree, just a few packets, but didn't really pay attention to the fact that some of them said heirloom, and the ones that I had picked up did not say that. So I went back and I got some Heirloom Seeds. So I got primarily peas, sugar snap peas, carrots, and a variety of beans. These here are Blue Lake, which is what I usually use. It's a bush bean. I did somehow get a random contender bean in there. I didn't intend to get that, but it's a bush bean. That should be fine as well. Some other peas over here, Little Marvel. And you can see they all say heirloom variety. So presumably you could do seed saving with these. I haven't done seed saving in the past, at least not intentionally. Sometimes my vegetables reseed themselves. Like I have a raised bed of tomatoes that basically, as you notice, there's no tomato seeds. I've stopped planting tomatoes because they just come back every year. And I let them do their thing. Plus this past year, I had so many tomatoes that I canned so many tomato products. Tomato juice, salsa, tomato sauce, diced tomatoes, so that I'm probably not going to plant many tomatoes this year. Maybe just a couple of plants so I have fresh tomatoes or like fried green tomatoes. But I'm going to focus this year primarily on some legumes, some peas, some beans, some carrots, and probably corn. Those are going to be the things that I'm going to try to produce a lot of, and I'm going to can them so that I have those for a couple of years, because I will be eating these tomatoes for a couple of years. So this year, this is sort of the focus: legumes, carrots, and corn. All right, few last things that I picked up. I did pick up some more packs of these disposable adult under pads. These are not diapers, they are pads, large pads, and so these are really great to have under somebody who is bedbound, a child who's having bedwetting issues, if you have any open wound, drainage, that sort of thing, somebody postpartum, always great to have. There's 2 per package, and I think I got 3 packages, yeah. I also picked up some more of these little craft scissors. These are in the craft department. These are great for throwing in your first aid kits, your bobs, your car, whatever. They're pretty sturdy for $1. Nice size. I also keep them with my embroidery, my knitting, my cross-stitch, that sort of thing. Nitrile gloves. Probably not the best deal, but they come in this little package, which is nice. 6 count. Threw those in. It's been hard to find the nitrile gloves. Another roll of gauze. I've got seriously 24 rolls of gauze, but I feel like I always need to pick up another one. Petroleum jelly. Stuff lasts forever. It's flammable. Make fire starters. Use it as chapstick. Use it as lotion. Really can't go wrong with that. And then I picked up this Toolbox. This is my current first aid kit. And when I say first aid kit, meaning like I have big boxes of gauze and wound care and digestive issues, and all separated by type, but this is kind of my, like, somebody would call it a crash bag, I guess, but it's just a tiny little version. I grab it when, say, like, we have a small emergency in the house, and it's got everything I need. It's got gauze, hydrogen peroxide, Band-Aids, tape. It's got some scissors down there. So, but as you can see, it's pretty full. So I thought I would look for a bigger container to put it in. So I got this Toolbox, which is not quite twice the size, but a bit bigger. So I'm going to try to transfer everything from this box into that box to give me a little more room. All right, so I'm going to wrap this video up before the cat jumps back on here. I can see she's thinking about it. Hi, Iris. So there you go. That is my Dollar Tree haul. Like I said, my Dollar Tree goes to $1.25 on February 7th. So I've been, oh, there she is. So I've been focusing on getting stocked up for that. Of course, getting my seeds. So those are what I've been finding. If you find anything else really great, prepper related at the Dollar Tree, let me know. See you later.